Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to my life. Hi. Happy Cheer Chat Wednesday. I'm always just so happy when Wednesday gets here. Even though I don't go live every freaking Wednesday, but I mean, it's been busy, it's been crazy, but I'm happy to be chatting with you. I went live on a random day on Friday last week, but we're back to the regularly scheduled program here. It's just been one of those months. How's 2023 treating you guys? The jury's still out for me personally. So I have a nice big glass of rosé. I hope you grab something. Join me. I'm gonna just be chillaxing and trying to take my time and get through. Just talk football, talk Pro Bowl, talk. A nice couple of weeks that are coming up of exciting times for NFL stuff, and just to see how you guys are doing. If you're making decisions around retirement, perhaps, or getting ready for auditions if you're doing it again. So just want to chat with you guys. Um, of course, I was like glued to my TV all weekend watching the freaking playoffs. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Obviously, it's been pretty competitive. But we have the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Bengals, and Gold Rush. Of course, I'm talking about the girls, not the guys, um, except the guys on the teams. But you know what I mean? Like, it's all about the cheerleaders for me. Hi. So, no, it's really exciting. I think, as much as it's exciting to see the teams that are advancing, I always think about the season ending for everybody else, and it's kind of sucky. But hopefully, for those who are no longer traveling because you're not having a home game, that you're, having a bonding time. I think it was like so cool, and we would just get together and watch football with your girls, your guys, whatever, and cheer for your team when it's an away game. But best of luck to everybody who's left. I mean, I'm gonna give my little favorites. I mean, this is a good bunch. I don't know what that just was. Okay. Hey, Kayla. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of all right. So let me just go. The NFC, I will not be mad at all. You guys know my ties to Philly from going to law school there and living there before moving back home to Seattle. And I just think the city is just so, they go crazy for their team. And I mean, when I think of them winning the Super Bowl before and them trying to grease up the poles so people didn't climb them in Center City and they did it anyway, like, I just think they're hilarious. I would not be mad to see the Eagles have another Super Bowl championship under their belt. The city loves sports. I mean, I won't be mad. For the NFC, the 49ers, they're in the NFC West. They knocked out my team. I'm kind of, what are you guys like? When they beat your team, do you root for them or do you the opposite? I'm the opposite. I don't cheer for you after you beat my team. So sorry, Gold Rush. I'm going for the Eagles cheerleaders. And the AFC side, I don't know. I mean, I kind of felt like last year, was it just last year that the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl? Um, I'm kind of for the underdog. And Chiefs, I'm going for the Bengals. Bengals, Eagles cheerleaders. Those are my picks. We'll see what happens. But, I'm rooting for everybody, all of the cheerleaders. It depends. Okay. It depends on when you root for the other team. Yeah. If you don't hate the team, then it's like, okay, maybe I will, root for them. But the 49ers, yeah, no, I'm not rooting for them. I'm sorry. I mean, I love the Gold Rush, but um, last year after 31 years, they made it to the Bing. Okay, that's right. So the Bengals, I just feel like, and that would be a first. I just think I'm all for making history. I'm all for like special moments, a story to tell. That's one of the great things about sports, right? So Eagles, Bengals, I think that would be a great matchup. Let's see it. I think I'm with that. That's my pick. I'm locking it in. Um, but yes, I love the divisional round. I just love watching football all day. I'm looking forward to Championship Sunday, and it's kind of coming to an end though, which makes me a little sad. Hey Ray. Oh, this was like a nice little chat. You guys blow me up in the chats. I will pay attention. I promise. I'll try not to knock my phone down because I broke my little holder thingy. And but yeah, we're just chitty chatting, okay? But we did need to get through like the rest of the Pro Bowl cheerleaders. Okay, you guys, I'm still going through it because I'm not going. But I had an amazing chat with my intern, Kayla, who's in the room, the Instagram Live thing. And we might be able to pull something off where she goes and captures the moment. So, like, let's just fingers crossed everything works out. She lives in Arizona, but it's very easy for her to get there compared to my trek from freaking Seattle. So, I'm really hoping that that works out so that she can just give all my energy. This is the first time in the whole freaking history of the podcast, not that we've been around for 50 million years, but that I'm not going. And I just remember like thinking back, like Brittany and I were just so like, there's a Super Bowl and Pro Bowl and they're so close together. And we were just like making that like executive decision, like we're broke as F, but what are we going to do? And it was like, man, Pro Bowl is like our Super Bowl. We'll get to see so many of the cheerleaders from all the different teams. And so we like schluffed it on over to freaking Orlando. It was the best decision we ever made. We got to meet the amazing class of Pro Bowl cheerleaders. Yes, Pro Bowl, here she comes. You're going. We're just claiming it. It's happening. We'll figure it out later. That's how I roll. A lot of travel that I'll be doing, I just figure it out as I go. But I'm excited, Kayla, for you to be able to go and take it all in because it's such a special time. I'm really feeling the format that they're doing this year. It was really kind of I don't know how to snore. It was a little bit snoring, not that exciting. And even the other events that they would have, I just feel like this year they finally got their life together and figured out what would be more entertaining to watch. So I'm excited. I don't know how it'll translate on TV, but I imagine a lot of these skills games and all that kind of crap is just going to go a lot smoother because it sounds way more fun for the players. Obviously, you've got Eli and Peyton Manning as coaches. You have like Snoop and Pete Davidson as captains. It's just going to be hilarious. Put a mic on Snoop any day, all day, and it's just going to be funny as hell. So I'm excited to see how this ends up reading for TV viewers like me who are we're salty because we can't be there. But I just can't get over all these skills challenges. So it's kind of like an Olympics, if you will, where they do a bunch of different skills challenges and then they accumulate points and this, that, and the third. But dodgeball, I just think I love watching dodgeball. I'm going to crack my ass up, like just watching them tag the shit out of each other. I think that's hilarious. I'm loving that idea. They've got balloon tosses. They've got like a lightning round where they're like catching punts and doing, hitting targets and dumping water on the opposing team coach's head. They've got like best catch. Like I guess can get creative with the way that they catch and all the flourishes and whatnot. But it's almost like a dunk challenge where I don't really know how you can kind of orchestrate what you're going to do to catch a football, but we'll see what that looks like. Relay races, obstacle courses, tic-tac-toe. I mean, they just got cute and creative with it. They really needed a major overhaul of Pro Bowl, and then there'll be flag football, of course, too. My hair is not cooperating. I apologize, everybody. I'm going to probably be touching it, but I'm just excited, and I really hope that it's more fun, too. Not that the Pro Bowl cheerleaders aren't having the time of their lives, but I do hope that just this format where you're actually constantly rooting for something to happen is really fun for you guys, right? Because I think the game itself, after sitting through last year's game, I just felt bored and not as entertained with the actual like game itself. So I was always watching the cheerleaders, but I just think this format's going to work well for everybody. And I'm really salty that I'm not going, but it's fine. Kayla, have fun for me. Everybody who's going to support your Pro Bowl cheerleader, I think that's awesome. Vegas is, a fun destination. I just think it's getting a little pricey and out of control right now. So I'm a little mad at Vegas, but go and support your teammates and just have a really good time with it. Hopefully it'll be not so chilly because Vegas does get cold for people who do not know. But anyway, that's my whole swoop. I'm excited about playoffs. I'm excited about Pro Bowl. And I'm sad I won't be there, but I will definitely be there in spirit and watching like a hawk on social media and living vicariously through Kayla, my intern. On that note, I'll take a sip. Tell me what you'd like me to discuss. Put it in the comments or whatever. I don't have like a full agenda. You know how I would just be chatty patty and talking all night long. But only thing I'm going to go through are the Pro Bowl cheerleaders, the rest of the slate that I did not get to touch on. They've all been announced. We are all very, very excited. And I'm just going to go through them one by one. Okay. Are y'all ready? So again, scant facts. Okay. I don't have time to stalk everybody and see what they're all up to, following private accounts and this, that, and the third. I mean, I'd love to just come with all kinds of interesting tidbits on these people, but I'm stuck with what's left on the bios. And some of them rip the bios down because they're already in audition mode, which I already said last time I went live. I don't know what's in the water, but January 1st did not mean post audition information as far as I'm concerned. I feel like everything is out there in your face about auditions, and some of the teams, actually just one of them, just didn't have any more roster information up for the current team. So I'm like, they do that every year though, I feel like. So anyway, we're getting started with the Jacksonville Jaguars because I somehow missed Belinda the last time that I talked about Pro Bowl cheerleaders. But Belinda, congratulations. She's a 6-year veteran from Cocoa Beach, Florida. She's a paralegal, and she was selected as the Pro Bowl representative. We also have the Atlanta Falcons, and I got the chance to meet Gianna. I hope I think I'm pronouncing it right. She's a 5th-year veteran, a line captain, and I met her at Pro Action. Just like when I think Southern Belle and just all the charm and just warmth and all the goodness of a Southern young lady, I just think she just epitomizes that. And she was really sweet. Congratulations. I mean, I'm just so excited. Like, I think this is a good slate of Pro Bowl cheerleaders. I'm looking at the graphic of all of them over here to my right. But congratulations. We have for the Denver Broncos, McKenna. She is a 7th-year veteran from Centennial, Colorado. She's an early intervention senior service coordinator. She went to the University of Colorado at Boulder. I just have to give props to people who work with our senior citizens. Like I don't know what specifically, but I'm assuming there's just any service provided to our senior citizens. I just think is really admirable line of work. With people with aging parents, and I just feel like that's like such a segment of our population that is not properly cared for. So shout out to you, McKenna. Don't know exactly what you do, but I just like the idea of you working with, and watch me be wrong, like it's something else, but it says senior service coordinator. So I'm assuming that it's something that's serving our senior citizen population. So shout out to you and congratulations. And y'all can put some stuff up in the chat if I'm missing major details about people. I would love to share it out. I just, I'm not a private detective, so I'm doing the best I can. So Carolina Top Cats selected Rachel, and I'm just going to say this was the one team I was talking about where bios are gone, and they had a very what's the word, subtle announcement on Instagram as well. They did like a really cool like bowling event. I don't know if there were alumni there, but it was a really sneaky way of kind of announcing their Pro Bowl cheerleader. Rachel, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information on you, but I wanted to congratulate you. I think it was a very sweet way. I love when they personalize the moment and make it very special of an announcement, and that's definitely what they did. We have a couple Rachels. The second Rachel is from the Cincinnati Bengals. She is a 5th-year veteran from Buffalo, New York, went to the Ohio State. I totally, when I was writing this down, was thinking of like, when you're watching a football game and they have all these little pictures of the guys and they look really rough and rugged and they're like, such and such, Marcus Bowman, the Ohio State. So anyway, that came to mind, but whatever. Rachel, congratulations. I love that when there's like teams that are in the playoffs. Yay, Rachel, somebody says. It's just exciting because when you're at Pro Bowl, those cheerleaders that are actually in the Super Bowl, I feel like they kind of do them at the last two when each of the cheerleaders are going up to introduce themselves and they do their little solo. So it's exciting. Congratulations. We have Miami Dolphins. They picked Josie. She is a captain, a 4th-year vet from Staten Island, New York. New York seems like it's going to be representing a little bit, at least with this little last group of people. She attended the University of Miami. She works with her sister for like an online media company. It sounded like a really cool job, going to music festivals and all these red carpet type events. But it looked like Josie, I've seen, not that teams, how teams used to have like a face of the organization where you kind of saw the same cheerleader like front and center with everything. Josie's, and that's just kind of how you get familiar with the team. I felt like Josie was always kind of repping for her team on social media. So I was definitely like, oh, when they picked her, I recognized her face for sure. So, I mean, it sounds like, a leader on the team, 4th-year vet, congratulations. It's super exciting. And she seems to have a very outgoing personality, especially with the work that she does. So I hope people are able to post. I know it's like the busiest time of your lives, BBCs, and you're just not going to really have that much time, but try to make time because we're all going to be glued to our phones and watching. A couple more. We have the New Orleans Saints picked Olivia. I did like that the Saints on their social media have tried to acknowledge all the other people that were kind of nominated for Pro Bowl and just getting a chance to see um, the other cheerleaders that were kind of in the running or that people nominated to also have that honor and giving them some love too. Olivia is a fourth year vet, a former Pelicans dance team member. She danced with the LSU Tiger Girls. She works in financial planning. Congratulations. Somebody says yes, Liv. I love that you guys are showing love in the comments. Like I think we'll hopefully learn a lot more and just seeing the personalities come out as things are filmed. Not filmed, but captured over your week in Vegas. But yeah, from the what I've been able to see on social media, like I said, it just seems like a really good and fun group. Um, Two more Tampa Bay Bucks. They selected Lindsay. She is a fifth year vet, a team captain from Enfield, Connecticut. She danced for New Kids on the Block. Okay, shout out to the Tampa Bay Bucks because as I'm scouring to try to find stuff in their post, this was probably the more in-depth one that I've seen. They had the whole Pro Bowl picture, and then they had like a carousel that gave some stats and facts on her. So I was really excited to see that. She apparently danced for New Kids on the Block and Billy Ray Cyrus. She went to the University of Tampa, studied advertising and public relations. Um, she minored in dance. She also works at a dance studio as a director and choreographer. So congratulations, Lindsay. I think there are a couple, no, there's only one Lindsay. There's a couple Rachels, a couple Sammys, and a couple Victorias, but only one Lindsay. Last but not least, the Philadelphia Eagles selected Savannah. She is from Scranton, Pennsylvania, 6 year vet. She's a first grade elementary school teacher, a graduate of Marywood University with a BS in early childhood education and special education. She's a dance instructor and choreographer at her family owned studio. So, congratulations, Savannah. I think it's just so like our little Pro Bowl slate is complete. And I think it's spread out over a few different lives, but I just want to show love to every single Pro Bowl cheerleader and congratulate you. You're going to have the time of your life, and I hope that you are really diligent in posting and sharing about it for everybody to take in. And just, this is your moment. And I really hate that I can't be there. I'm going to drink to that, but enjoy every minute, every minute. And if your friends are going there to support you, I just think that's wonderful because you need your family, your friends, and I mean I think there are certain teams that travel really well for their Pro Bowl cheerleaders, and I think it's excellent. I want to say not Vegas. I'm sorry, the Raiders were the ones that even when they were in Florida would just it seemed like the whole team was there. Obviously, they're the hosts this time because it's in Vegas, but I like to see the teams representing their Pro Bowl cheerleader. Like last year, it was the Cardinals cheerleaders, like wearing a red wig for their redhead Pro Bowl cheerleader. Her name is on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not going to screw it up. But yes, travel if you can, support your Pro Bowl cheerleader. Again, I'm with you in spirit, and I really cannot believe that I'm not going to be there. But I'm not going to dwell on it. I am going to be traveling, though, and I'm going to share because I did just book my flight. I need it to not snow or be cold, but I'm going to Detroit in March to the Nuggets game. I want to watch the Detroit Pistons dancers. I got to see them at Choreography Pros convention this past summer. And I want to go see the Denver Nuggets dancers as well. Just got to figure out the timing of when to go there, obviously with the cold and the snow as well. But I did want to really check on those two teams because they were really impressive, great performers, and they just are on my bucket list of like, I'm going to go see them. The other team that I'm hoping to see, because I do want to cover more than just NFL, NBA, and I just think they're just so freaking cute, is the Dallas Sidekicks dancers. I just have to give a shout out. I need to be better about sharing things that I really like when I'm scrolling through on Instagram. But I just think they're a really solid team. Their routines are they're just cute. I mean, I just love their vibe. And I've just been commenting like a little fangirl, but I think I'm going to go down there. The weather will be better in the spring, and their season stretches long enough where I can make it happen. So I'm coming to a Dallas game, and hopefully I can get together with Tara from Dallas Wear, and we can kiki it up like we did last time I was down there. We talked at a restaurant. She took me to the cutest place, but we chatted for hours on end, after the restaurant closed, we're still outside on a bench, like talking. It was the best night. So I'm gonna make that happen as well. I will not be at the Super Bowl, but again, I will be sharing a lot of just memories and talking about that experience as well because it's big. And these teams, I'm glad they each have cheerleaders. We don't have the Buffalo Bills up in there that don't have them, and I just think it's going to be such an amazing experience. We got Rihanna performing for crying out loud. It can't get any freaking better than that as far as I'm concerned. Like, dang, if I could just like, who's like hella excited for that? Like, I'm so beyond like pumped to see what she does. I really hope, like, I don't know about you guys. Now I'm just talking shit because I rushed through this. But okay, who watched the Savage Fenty like lingerie show? Like I watched the first one, was really like, I mean, it was the first time taking all of it in. Like I kind of loved it, but I don't want to say I like was like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever seen. The second time around, I didn't finish it. And I was like, this is amazing dancing and stuff, but I can't explain it. I didn't finish it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really hope that for the Super Bowl performance that we get something a little different. I did feel like the second Savage Fenty show was very similar to what we saw the first time around. And maybe that's why I was a little bored and expected more. This is not a complaint about. I love that woman to beyond. Like I really do. I just think I was kind of like, it's all this like jittery. Okay, let me just drink. I'm not talking shit about that woman. Trust me. It's just that style of like performance. I was just kind of like, I've seen this before, and I'm just saying I don't want to see it at the Super Bowl. Okay, I said it. Okay, the second time around was kind of disconnected. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, I'm gonna drink to that because I said what I said, but I also just am kind of trying to be like fair. I mean, what do I know? But I didn't feel like there's such talented dancers that are obviously performing with her. And Paris is like insane, like her, but I just felt like in terms of a theme that it would have been nice to see a little something different. So I don't want to see that kind of performance at the Super Bowl, but I'm going to soak up every freaking second of it because it's Rihanna and she's just going to freaking kill it. And whatever dancers that she's picked, I hope she's taking good care of them. And I think I saw something where they were like, she's not like, I don't know, showing up at rehearsals or kind of like, but she can do whatever the hell she wants. Like she doesn't have to even like do anything to choreograph to like, I don't care if she doesn't do any choreography, just her standing there with her hand on her hip, just like her little teaser that she shot. Like she can do no wrong except do the same thing for the Savage Fenty show at the freaking. Anyway, I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm really pumped. And I just haven't been this excited in a while. I mean, we've had some good Super Bowl shows. I'm excited to see who's performing at the Pro Bowl. I know there's going to be a concert. I hope they let the Pro Bowl cheerleaders like perform with them. Last year, I was pretty pumped to see them dance with the Jabberwockies, and I know that they're going to have something amazing up their sleeve. But I can't. I will be glued, and hopefully we'll get some footage that I can post on YouTube, and you guys can kind of check it out. If you haven't seen what I posted from last year, take a look. I really hope they get back to, in terms of format, just for the Pro Bowl cheerleaders' sake, like they would have events, and maybe they had it. Last year, I didn't get to go to a lot of stuff. I came just basically for the game, which is another reason why I didn't really make this trip happen this time because I couldn't stay longer. But they had a whole thing in Orlando. It was like literally for the cheerleaders and for the fans, a lot of kids, but they had a whole stage in Orlando where they introduced each Pro Bowl cheerleader one by one. They had like a variety show for an hour, and you got to see the routines that they learned. They would perform, they would introduce themselves, the mascots would come out. Like, that's the kind of event that I really appreciate about Pro Bowl, and I really do hope there's some aspect of that for Kayla to get footage of. What was that? I just think that's so amazing how sometimes when you're like recording stuff and you'll just see stuff flying around and you never notice it any other time. But anyway, okay. The rosé's kicking in. If anybody has anything else that they'd like to address, I'm happy to chat about it. I think I've said what I needed to say. It's March. Hopefully February will be a decent month so I can sneak down and see the Denver Nuggets. But I'm really excited when I finally can travel to come see you guys. like I said, working on a lot of stuff in the background that I wish I could share with you guys, but just know that your girl is really trying to make some things happen. But if you guys have topics that you want to discuss, let me know for Cheer Chat. I definitely plan to go live to debrief on Pro Bowl, debrief on Super Bowl, and share observations. But I'm just gonna, keep it play by ear of going live. But I wanted to acknowledge our last group of Pro Bowl cheerleaders and acknowledge all y'all's efforts. I'm sure you're like working hard and kind of starting to prepare for auditions. There's a lot of resources, a lot of episodes that I've done about auditions. Feel free to go back through the catalog of 100 plus episodes. It's still relevant, still great advice. I just went live on Friday, like I said, with Jazzy McNeil. I'm going off of her Instagram, Jasmine McNeely. But there's a lot of resources out there. I've been posting things in my story. Let me know what's working for you. I think it's great to hear about some of these newer programs. If you feel like it helps you achieve your goals, let's keep everybody honest about what the experience is like. I love the episode that I did called Feedback. I think that's what it was called, about like reviewing different audition prep programs. I think it's helpful information for people. So I'm rooting for you. If you want a pep talk, if you want to let me know who you're, trying out for and want a good luck vibes, I'm happy to send them your way. But I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my rosé, and I gotta watch Abbott Elementary. See another Philly vibe. Like let's go Philly. Let's go Bengals. Let's see a good Super Bowl this year. I'm gonna let y'all go. If there's anything else, let me know. Thank you for shouting out all your peeps. I'm so sad. Oh, you know what I need? Okay, so of course, this was a couple weeks ago, right? I saw, you guys know that I would love to follow college a lot more closely. If there is a like college enthusiast out there who can give us the rundown of what happened in Orlando, who won what were the great performances, like give us the tea. Please join me live. Like I will freaking invite you. We can set this up. Like, um, ooh, maybe share audition dates, new hires, and wish everyone luck. Ooh, okay. We can definitely do that. I'll start sharing more. I'm just, it's been a lot lately, but yes, and there's some great resources. People who are like, this is their focus. Sideline Secrets is a website that does, that compiles a lot of this information, has awesome audition tips. Like, it's a great website and one-stop shop for a lot of like audition information. So I would say check that out if you're looking at tracking audition dates for NFL. I think that's a great resource. Um, I might not be the one to be doing all that, but I know that people are out there doing it. So check them out, sidelinesecrets.com. Um, but yeah, wishing everybody luck for sure in this process. I know it's a lot. I know that sometimes even just getting geared up as a vet, you're just like, am I doing this again? Oh, and thank you, sweetheart. I love that. I love that suggestion for Cheer Chat. I think if there are shifts in leadership, for sure, I will definitely kind of highlight that as well. A lot of the coaches, as you know, are kind of like long-term stays, but any shifts that I can track, I'll definitely keep you guys posted. That's why I have a lovely intern to try to do a better job of following all this while I'm, working on other things for this space. So we'll share the resources. I think there's definitely going to be some events. What the heck was I talking about before I went out? Oh, I would like to invite anybody who is a college, see how scatterbrained I get, college cheer/dance team enthusiast to give me the rundown. I just think our worlds are very, very, very connected. And there's so Michelle Vaughn. Speaking of which, okay, people like Michelle Vaughn who've like coached or created choreographed routines for a lot of these like for these national championships. Like I need a rundown of what happened. Like I know there's so many posts. I know there are different choreographers that are, from the pro space that work with college dance teams and college cheer teams. And it's a lot for one person to try to like manage all that information. Oh, yeah. The topic is just, girl, that I want somebody to break down what happened in Orlando with all these collegiate dance championships. Like, maybe we just stick with the dance for right now, because I don't even know if the cheer stuff happened. I can't follow college that well. It's just too many damn schools. But I would love if somebody could join and pop on with me. Michelle, feel free, no pressure. Or we could do it another time. But I just wanted somebody to give like a recap of like the great performances. Tag me in some performances if you think it's worth sharing. I just, there's a lot of drama and hard work that goes into the collegiate dance team nationals. And I just wish that there was, maybe I should have just like bought varsity TV for 5 seconds and just tried to watch it. But there was just so much going on. I couldn't do it. But anyway, that's the ask. If you know somebody who would be able to give like a very entertaining rundown, go live with me. Like, let's just get a rundown of it. I know it's a little, I mean, it kind of just happened, but it's not too late. Don't you think? It's not too late to get a little recap. Because don't you guys follow it? Am I the only one who like feels like they're kind of following, but not really, and want to follow it? But it's just too much. And you need a little abbreviated version. That's my ask, Michelle. If we can connect, because if you can give it, then that'll be perfect. I just want some perspective of what happens. Maybe when you're all try to get down to Orlando, just out of curiosity. But I saw it was cold there, and I was kind of like, it's harder to travel these days. I just think, one more thing. But I'd love for somebody who was there because they either choreographed or went as a we're going to connect. I got my girl. We'll connect. We'll be back with a little report on what happened. It looked like an amazing competition, and I'm excited to hear a recap. So we'll connect offline. But I hope everybody has a great week. Let's root for everybody over the weekend. Let's wish safe travels to all our Pro Bowl cheerleaders to get to Vegas and have an amazing time while you're there. Post away, we will be watching, and I'm really happy and excited for you. This is great. This is our Super Bowl in my mind. So have fun, class of 2023 Pro Bowl cheerleaders, with our very first male Pro Bowl cheerleader. I think it's just going to be an excellent, excellent year. I'm going to enjoy my rosé. Talk to you guys later.